If there is only one video that you decide on this entire channel to watch from start to finish, I 100% think it is in your best interest to make it this video. Because in this video, I'm about to reveal everything. If you're a frequent flyer here, then you know that I'm all about trying everything out, every different strategy when it comes to selling on Amazon. And I settled on one. Out of everything that I've tried and tested, there was one strategy that was definitely the best and is making me the most money. And that's what this video is all about. I am leaving nothing to secret for you guys. I'm going to first explain that strategy and exactly why it works. Next, I'm going to walk you through step by step how anyone, it doesn't matter who you are and what you have for a background, you can start doing this after you watch this full video. There's going to be that much information in this. And finally, towards the end of the video, I'll explain the only thing that should hold you back so that you're fully prepared for this and can plan for it in advance so that it doesn't hold you back from success. But before we start, I'm Cassandra with ProfitGuru, and I come here each and every week with one goal in mind, and that is to bring to you guys what I'm learning as I'm selling on Amazon so that I can fast track your learning and that you also can be a successful Amazon seller. And less than 50% of my viewers actually subscribe to my channel. So if you could do me one quick favor, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop me a comment down below letting me know exactly why you like coming and watching my ProfitGuru videos. This will not only boost my ego a little bit, but it will also give me some ideas and some feedback of what you guys like to see. Or if there's something that I'm not presenting, let me know that down below, something you would like to see me make a video on for you. All right, enough of an intro, let's go. Let's do this. Let me tell you everything that I am doing from A to Z with Amazon. My model, my suppliers, literally everything. And I know a lot of YouTubers, specifically those who sell on Amazon, would never do this because they think, oh, it took me so long to learn this and I'm just making more competitors for myself. But I don't believe in that. I think that there is so much room on the Amazon marketplace for us all to be successful. So why not share your knowledge with other people and help them to be successful? That is definitely our motto here, and that's why we do what we do. So here it is, the strategy that is above everything else, everything that I've tried in my mind is doing branded bundles. And this may not come to a surprise to many of you if you've been here with me for a while on this channel. I did do a little mini course on this. But this is going to be an updated video, everything in one, and I'm going to explain different things that I'm doing now. Now, the reason why this works is so super simple. Number one, before when I was just doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, I can't tell you how many hours a day I was spending just trying to find new leads, new products, because they were changing by the week. I'd find a good sale after sourcing for hours, buy a ton of it, okay, now that listing's done with, we're moving on to the next. And yes, there are some replens in there, but the problem here is competition and price tanking. Other people are also finding those replens, and eventually what I was selling for replens, there just became too much competition and the price tanked down. Even when I transitioned over to wholesale only, there was less competition in the beginning, but then over time, more started to come on and everyone was just competing with each other, dropping that buy box penny by penny until none of us were making any money. So this strategy cuts all of that out. I do not have to spend 5 hours a day sourcing, and I do not have to worry about any competition at all. It is an absolute win-win. But this does take some time to set up and to learn how to do it. So that's what I'm about to tell you. And in my last video, when I was doing this wholesale bundle thing, I was just listing those as generic. And if you've been on Amazon selling for a little bit, you know that Amazon doesn't really like those bundles that are being listed as generic. And last year, a ton of them got taken down. Plus, if you're listing using the brand generic, you cannot have any branded words in there. So say, for example, it was a Dove bundle. Maybe I had some body wash and stuff in there. I could not put in the title, the bullet points, the description, anywhere the brand name Dove. It's not allowed. So by doing it this new way, I can use those branded words all across my listing, and I don't have to list using the words generic. All right, step number one, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is set up an LLC. For me personally, I did not want to do anything wrong when setting up my LLC, so I did use LegalZoom to do it, and it was super easy. So if we go right here to start my LLC, you can do a basic one where I only need what it takes to make my business official. You're going to get your article of organization, your name check service, digital welcome packet. And then next there's this pro plan here. So you're going to get a basic package, and this is $249 plus state filing fees. But with this, you really do get your hand held. And with me, I had never established an LLC before. I really had no idea what I was doing. So I knew that I could not just go with the basic. So what I did is I opted to do the $299 plus state filing fees and get the premium one, which offered a lot of assistance. So with this, I was able to do a 30-minute consultation, and I literally had my hand held by an attorney who was assigned to me. Not saying you have to do it this way, but this personally is just how I formed my LLC, just because I was so new at doing all of this. And they really did make it so easy for me. So that's definitely an option for you if you choose that route. If not, you can just do some Googling. Maybe you have a friend who set up an LLC and they know more about it. But this is what I did. It was very quick. It was painless. And with having an LLC, you have a lot more that you can put in on your income tax and claim for deductions. I'm definitely no tax advisor, but I do know with establishing the LLC, not only did it allow me to claim more deductions, but it also made it so I could open up way more wholesale accounts, because a lot of wholesale suppliers and distributors like to see that LLC attached to you. Now that your LLC is all set up, step number 2 is you have to register a trademark. And registering a trademark on your own is something that you can do, but keep in mind there are a ton of different classes that you can file a trademark under. So you have to pick which class to file under. So that takes some research right there. Then if you file under a name that you can't use, or maybe it's too close to a competitor's name, they're going to kick back that application to you and tell you it's no good. So if you spend all this time making the trademark application on your own and it doesn't end up processing and getting approved, you just lost your money on that. They do not offer refunds. Plus, getting that trademark registered can take a long time. So what I did is I went through Amazon to do this. Let me show you how. You need a trademark to register underneath your LLC. And to come up with a good name for my trademark, I used ChatGPT. I am an Amazon seller who sells. Now you can cater this to whichever niche you're in. Who sells in the grocery niche. Give me 10 unique trademark names that I can use for brand registry. And now as fast as that, it just came up with 10 names, and I can say, tell me 10 more if I don't like those. Maybe I'm kind of liking these, but I'm not loving any of them. But like a word stands out to me. So maybe I really like the word pantry. I can say, include the word pantry. And now all of those names have pantry. And you just keep revising from there. So this is literally how I found the trademark that I registered. So once you find a name that you like, what you have to do is make sure that it's not being used yet, or that it's not too close to something that is being used, and that it could create confusion across brands. And to do this, we're going to go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I literally just go to Google and type in USPTO. Now we're going to come here to trademarks and search trademarks. Trademark search system. And up here, we're going to search for the words in our trademarks. So let's say it was Pantry Plus. Now it's going to come up and show you everything that is registered, that's pending, that's canceled, that's abandoned. You're going to get to see if it is live or not, or if it's been thrown out, if it's dead and canceled. Right here, I can see this one's abandoned. And if there's anything that looks close to your trademark's name, you're going to want to make sure that it is not in the same goods or service, because then that's where the confusion comes and they will deny your trademark. So definitely start here when looking to see if that's a trademark you could use or not. Now, like I mentioned, if the application is filed and there is confusion, or if that trademark is already being used, your application is denied. So with the people who I went through Amazon, that attorney to file my trademark, you can pay them an additional set of money to run a really thorough search on the trademark name to make sure it's not being used. But it was hundreds of dollars more. So I decided not to do that. First, I searched the USPTO site to make sure it was not a living trademark. And what I found was it was a trademark that was used, but it was abandoned. So no one is currently using it. And then I came to Google and searched the trademark here. So let's go Pantry Plus brand. And then you can see if anything comes up. So for Pantry Plus, I can see there's already a website here. There's some Pantry Plus store on Amazon. So that would be something I would want to avoid. So after I searched that trademark name on Google, there's one more place I went to make sure my trademark was not going to get denied. And that was right here on Fiverr.com. You can see this girl right here, she charged me $5 and she gave me a pretty thorough research on that trademark name to make sure it was not already being used. Now going forward with her, I was pretty confident because I had already checked the USPTO, I had already scanned Google, but paying her $5, it gave me that peace of mind and it saved me hundreds of dollars from not having to pay the attorneys who filed my trademark to do it. So if you go to Google and type in Amazon brand services, brand registry, Amazon IP accelerator, they're all going to bring you here. And basically, you can file one of two different trademarks. It can be an image-based, like right here, that Amazon with the little arrow, that's an image-based trademark. Or it can just be text-based, which is just words. And if you want to file both, you can, but it's going to be more money. And to do Amazon brand registry, branded bundles, all you really need is the text-based mark. And it's going to be super simple because it's just words. You're not going to have to design anything. So then you're going to come here to Amazon IP Accelerator. And then we're going to come to Get Started. And now this is where you go through and you hire an attorney through Amazon. I went through Idea Legal and I highly, highly recommend them. The whole process was done. I think I started it on Monday or Tuesday, and by Friday it was done. That next week I had to wait a few days for everything to be finalized in Amazon for the brand registry, and the process was so quick. They literally send you a little application, you fill in what types of goods you want to sell, what you want for your trademark name to be. They'll determine which class it's going to be in, they'll file it for you, you sign it, then you get your trademark registration number that you just click the link they send you. It's going to bring you into Amazon brand registry and boom, put that number in there. Make sure to also have some type of invoice from a supplier because you will have to upload that. And there you go. Now you will be enrolled in the Amazon brand registry. It took about 4 or 5 days after the company that registered my trademark for me said it was all good to go. And that's typical. You do have to wait a few days. Then when I went in, they gave me the link exactly where to go to submit and apply for brand registry. I put in my application number, and then it was super easy from there. Basically, the only thing that I had to prove after that was some sort of invoice. So for me, I was doing a lot of wholesale. So all that I did was I took my most recent invoice from a different wholesale distributor and I submitted that through as my proof of an invoice. And it was accepted with no problems. Another friend of mine who I helped walk through this process and get their brand registry, what they did for the invoice part is they submitted one that they obtained through Alibaba, working with somebody overseas. They had a quote from an invoice from them, they put that through to Amazon as documentation, and they were also approved for brand registry. And having brand registry, number one, you're going to be able to list these bundles under that brand name, But there's also some other things you can do on the listing now. The first really cool thing that you can do once you have brand registry is in your listings, you're going to be able to now include a video. And I know me as a buyer, a consumer, I am always looking for these videos and watching videos before I purchase the product. So that is really big, and that right there, that component alone will definitely increase your sales. Now next, if you go down further on the listing, you're going to notice right here in the product description, you're going to see a lot more photographs and more information from the brand. And this feature is only available if you have brand registry. So you can see it adds a lot more to the listing and it looks a lot more professional. And the other thing that you will get is an actual store. So right here, you list it under your brand name, the trademark that you registered. And when people click on that, they'll go to your store and be able to see all of your products. So let's jump into this store. Setting up your store is really easy to do. They have a very basic website builder. If you've ever developed a website before, used Wiki or anything like that, you're literally just clicking and plugging things in and it makes it look pretty like this for you. You're choosing your layouts, you're choosing what photos and what info to input, and then you get this beautiful website. It's very easy to do. But those are a few of the key features that now that you have brand registry, you're going to be able to do on all of your listings, and they're going to make them stand out from the competition that does not have a registered trademark. Once you have brand registry, well, now you need some products to sell. And what's really important to keep in mind for this step is that you're going to want these listings to be replenished again and again and again. So you don't want to choose a supplier where you're not going to be able to keep getting that same stock from them. For example, if it's just a sellout and you're just buying a ton of stock super cheap, but it's a sellout, you can't get it again, well, you're going to spend a lot of time on a listing that now you can't replenish. And sometimes that's okay to do. But for me, I like to go with suppliers who they always have these products in stock, and I know when I get low, I can just keep reordering and replenishing. And that's part of why I love this model, because once I set up maybe 2 listings a month, I spend the research doing that. Now I just keep track of my stock and keep reordering. And that's the goal, to make at least a few new ones each month that keep having the same success. Now I'm not spending hours a day finding new products. I'm just focusing on those listings that I have, keeping them in stock, and trying to find other really good quality listings that I know are going to bring me a lot of profit. The number one golden nugget supplier that I can give you right here, the Webstaurant store. They have so many products, a wide variety of them, and this is somewhere that you can keep coming to. The prices are going to be the same and you can keep reordering. In terms of shipping can really eat all of your profit quickly, especially when you're ordering hundreds of pounds at a time. With the Webstaurant store, you can get in the Webstaurant Plus for $99 a month and you can order as much as you want. I will say one shipment alone of a product I was ordering, the shipping alone was over $200, and that was just one. So if this is a supplier you're going to use many times during the month, I mean, that one shipment alone was less than what the Webstaurant Plus subscription got me. But it's a great deal. For just $99 a month, you can get unlimited free shipping. And what I do is I never touch these products. I have them sent right to my prep center, Proven Prep, and you can find them in the description of any of my videos. They are amazing. I form these bundles, I cross-reference on Amazon, I make sure that they are good selling. I use my profit calculators to make sure there's going to be profit, and I buy and send it right to my prep center. They prep it, they send it to Amazon FBA. It is a hands-free model and I love it. So what you're going to want to do here is just peruse everything that they have. But for me, what I found was a brand that they had a lot of products on was Torani syrups. So this is what I did for my very first branded bundle. I know that they have a ton of syrups available at my disposal for about $6 each. So now I go to Amazon and I type in Torani syrup to make sure that there is a demand for this brand. And I can see that with these listings, they are selling well. They have a lot of stars. People like them. 1K purchase, 7K purchase, 3K purchase, 8K purchase. Now, another place that I go, this is an extra nugget, is I can go into ProfitGuru software and it will show me exactly which products, which listings are selling the best. So let's go to the products tab. Let's type in Torani for the brand. And now I can filter these based on the estimated sales. So I like to see highest to lowest. Which Torani products are getting the highest sales volume? So I can look at those from highest to lowest and get a good idea of which flavors I want to form my bundle around, which ones are performing the best. And I can also do the same thing in the brands tab. So right here, I can see the brand Torani. Now I have all the brand information, the sellers who are selling it, so I could even storefront stock them, see which of their listings and flavors are performing the best. And now I can come down to the bottom here and look at all of the products that are listed under the Torani brand. And now scope out which ones are performing well so I know which flavor I want in my bundle. I don't want to choose one that I like. I want to choose one that the data is telling me people are buying the most of. So I can see here hazelnut's a big hit, 7,000 sales, coconut, 7,000 sales, chocolate flavoring, 5,000. And then you have to think to yourself, well, what goes with these products? I have to make it a bundle. I have to put different products together, but these products have to complement each other and work together as a team. So if I look at some listings that already exist, I can see here a pump. That is super simple. I can offer a pump with my Torani bottles. And you can see right here, you can buy the pump's individual units. So if you do an Amazon search for Torani pumps, you will see them come up. And that's exactly what I did. I found a flavor that was selling well. I found pumps to put it with. And then I thought, I want to make myself stand out even more. What else goes with Torani? And then I went into ChatGPT and asked that exact question. What it gave me was the idea of syrup topping. So if we come back here and we go to Torani sauce, now I have different sauces I can add into my bundle. So now we have one bottle of flavoring, one pump, and one sauce. Obviously, I don't know what Amazon is going to charge me for exact fees. So what I'm going to do is find a listing that is kind of similar in products and in weight. Now, even though this listing is 2 bottles, 2 pumps, it's the same concept and it's probably around the same weight. So looking at this, I can see that there is definitely a demand for these products. The estimated sales is over 2,000 a month. So people like these products. People like the idea of putting the pumps with it. And now I'm going to use my profit calculator to make sure that after purchasing these products, what the cost of goods is going to be and my anticipated Amazon fees, if there's room for a net profit. So we can see the fees that they're taking for this listing is about $13. So that's going to be around what they want for fees for ours as well. So if we were selling this at a competitive price that we see here of $33.95, I know my syrup's going to be $6. My sauce is going to be about $5. Let's do $2 for our pump. We're up to $15 there. So that leaves us with $4 profit. Then in that number, we also have to take into account the shipping to Amazon, which you can ship a box of up to 50 pounds for around $20. So divide that by that $20 to get the cost per unit. Then you have to think about your prep work, your packaging. Are you paying for that or are you paying somebody else to do that? Take the shipping and the prep work out of this number for profit to make sure it's actually real profit. So that's the big key. There's a lot of products on Webstaurant. You can easily search every brand into ProfitGuru to see what's selling best, then find listings that are kind of the same to run through the ProfitGuru Chrome extension profit calculator to see if there's actual profit and to check the estimated monthly sales to make sure this is a product that is actually in demand and customers want to purchase. Once you have a really good listing, other people want to jump onto that listing and start making sales themselves. That's kind of how this Amazon game is played. But you can prevent people from jumping on. And that's by putting something in there that other people cannot reproduce very easily, if at all. And one way to do this is to mix suppliers. So somebody could easily find the products that I was just showing you and put them in a bundle. But if I'm finding different suppliers to throw different products all together in the bundle, it's going to make it harder for them if they have to keep searching other places. If they can find everything in my bundle from one specific spot, that's a lot easier for them. But the real golden ticket to keeping everybody off is putting something in there that they can't purchase. They can't just get online. This step is so simple and so cheap, yet it is the ultimate key to ensuring that not many people want to take the risk and jump onto your listing. Let's go to Google and type in promotional products. For imprint is a great one. Now, what you put into your listing could definitely vary. If you're doing something like Torani, you could include recipe cards, different drinks that they could come up with and make from the products that are in your bundle. You could even go with drink coasters. Since this has something to do with drinks, that definitely makes sense. But a very easy product that you can slide into many listings is a fridge magnet. So let's do fridge magnet. And now you can see here that these are super cheap. You are going to pay around 20 cents per magnet. And all you have to do is go to Canva for free and just make a file that has your logo on it. So let's go to logo. And they already have a ton of cute ones here set up for you. Some of them do require a paid version of Canva, but you could go with any of these that you want to, or you could make your own. So let's go here and customize this template. And I know Pantry Plus was taken when we did our search, but just using that for the example, and boom. Now we can come here to share. We can download this as a PNG file, and we can submit it to be uploaded onto any promotional product like a fridge magnet that we think makes sense to go with our bundle. And now we're going to include that picture with our branded logo on it in the main image of the listing so that other sellers can see that this is included, and they're not going to be able to make this, therefore they can't jump onto our listing. So simple, yet so sweet. Creating the listing is going to be super simple. I'm going to walk you through how your main keywords that are performing well are just going to be handed to you. And then from there, all we really need is to use ChatGPT, which is AI that's going to give us good verbiage to use in our bullet point and our description and our title, and Canva to make really good photographs and a video. Because we have that brand registry, we can include a video, which buyers really appreciate watching. Now we're going to go to our Amazon Seller Central dashboard. From the tabs over here on the left, you click down on that hamburger and click Add a Product. Next, we're going to go to I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. And now it is very straightforward and very easy. What I like to do is use ChatGPT to help me formulate different titles and different bullet points and for the description. Now, what I also do is I go back into Amazon and look at my competitors' listing. I'm looking to see what words they're using there for their keywords, what are they using in the title, in the bullet point, in the description, and even more important, how can I make mine better? What are they lacking on that I can do better and gain customers from them? So setting up your listing is going to be the exact same way as you would set up any listing. It walks you through step by step. But for the brand name, you're going to get your registered trademark as the brand. And you'll be able to go into your Amazon seller account and do the A+ content where you can have more pictures, more photographs, and more details at the bottom of your listing to help to gain more buyer trust and to give them more information about your brand and your product. So if I come back to this listing, I can see that this seller is doing the exact model that I'm telling you about right now. And I know that because I can come right here and it says visit the Jamoco store. So that is their trademark, that is their brand. But they're able to put the brand name Torani right here in the title of the listing, which you cannot do that if you are not brand registered. You can't put brand names in the title, description, bullet points, nothing. So this would be a great starting point for me if I was making a Torani bundle. I would see, okay, what are they doing? What are they including in their title? What do the photographs look like? Do they look like little infomercials trying to persuade and convince the customer how this product can help them, why they need it? And this does a pretty good job at that. So this is exactly what you want to do for your photographs, which you're going to create super easily in Canva. But here's where the true magic is. If you have the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, we can come all the way to the bottom, and here are all the keywords that we want to include. These are the search terms that are performing well on this listing. So I'm going to go through all of these listings that are similar to the one that I'm setting up, go right on my Google Chrome extension for ProfitGuru, and this is the hard work done for me. I can see which key terms are working well and performing well, and these are going to be the key terms that I'm going to use in my listing. And all I have to do is download these search terms. So powerful, and knowing that these keywords are performing and then using them in my own listing is going to be very helpful for my listing. So here's how I create my photographs and my video. First, I start by going to the restaurant store and the product that I'm purchasing. Now, I would not want to use this image because that would be copyright. That would not be good. But what I can do is take this plain image. And the other thing that I do is take a peek at the benefits on the product listing for a restaurant. So if I come right below the product, I can see a lot of great verbiage right here in the details, as well as right here in the product overview. These are already great bullet points and words to put in the description. Of course, I would not take that verbatim of what it's stating here. I would put it into ChatGPT and tell it to rewrite it for me. That way, I'm not copywriting. Then I have a ton of good words to put in my bullet points and my description. Then I come to Canva and I'm going to go Amazon product image. And there are a ton of templates here for me that I'm going to either start my own template or choose one that's here and just upload that image into. And that's the key. I can't just use that image of the bottle alone. I have to alter it somehow and make it my own photograph. And then the same thing for the video. I'm just going to come up here, type in Amazon video. I'm going to see a ton of templates that are already set up and look amazing. All that I'm going to do is change the words and change the photograph. Put in photographs that make sense, and a lot of the words that I'm using are coming right from that restaurant product details and description right from their site. Most of the work is already done for you. Then I save this video. I make sure I have at least 4 really good photographs that are little infomercials. It's not just pictures of what's in the bundle, but it's explaining exactly why the customer needs this bundle, why it will benefit them, what it's doing for them. And of course, making sure that my main image has a white background and that my promotional piece, my magnet, my recipe card, whatever it may be, is included right in there to scare everybody else away. That's how easy this is. Now, the part of the video where I explain the only thing that should stop you from being successful with this model. And it really should come as no surprise. You need money. Each new listing that I test, I usually order at least 100 units, and it ends up being a cost price of between $2,000 to $3,000. So this does take money. Anyone can do this, but you have to have a plan in mind of where are you going to get the money to purchase these products, because if you can't purchase them, then you don't have anything to resell. So you could get this in a number of ways. You could just start lightly and reinvesting everything you have, rolling over, scaling each month. You could get yourself a business credit card now using your new LLC. You could get another little side gig, maybe delivering Uber or anything like that, where you can make your own hours, but you're making some more income that you're solely just going to put into purchasing your new products. Or maybe you might even want to go in on some investors. Maybe you have some family who has money and you can offer them a certain percentage of your sales. There's a lot of options to get money, but just know that this model does take cash up front and quite a bit of it to get started. But that should really be your only setback. Spend good hours doing research, making sure these products go together well, that they're desirable, people are searching for them and buying them, that you have a good price, that you have a good listing with good keywords that ProfitGuru gave you, and you should be golden. Now the only thing left is the PPC, which this video, I think I already just spat at you so much information to process. Hopefully you were taking notes on this. But if you weren't, the good thing is this video is here for you forever. So you can go back to it, you can keep watching it. And next week, I'm going to cover with you how you can run PPC on these listings. Because it is a new brand, you are going to have competition selling these types of products, selling these different brands. So you're going to want to set up some PPC, especially in the beginning, to really get you some leverage, get you some sales volume, build your reviews up. So I'll see you back here next week to show you some PPC strategies. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.